Hello, this is DVish1 back again with another video, everybody. And this time I'm doing a NXT review. I know I didn't do one last week, so basically to sum up last week, which was of course the 4th of March 2015, we saw Tyler Breeze defeat Adam Rose with the beauty shot. Breeze uses selfie stick to move through Rosebuds after the match. I think I saw this match. Yeah, I wasn't surprised. I didn't really know that Adam Rose was going to be here. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Alexa Bliss talks about her nose injury backstage, and of course she'll be returning next week and 2 weeks. And from next week, I was going to talk about that later. But anyway, Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy defeated Angelo Dawkins and Sawyer Fulton with a vertical suplex and frog splash combination. So these are of course the NXT Tag Team Champions, and of course they're on this winning streak. Bayley wishes Charlotte good luck backstage. Emma walks up and says she does not want to use her bubble machine tonight. She mentions Bayley's hugging, and she did the whole nice girl thing on Monday Night Raw, and it got her nowhere. She leaves, and Bayley looks dejected. Baron Corbin defeats Tony Briggs at the end of days in less than 1 minute. During the match, Owen walks out and stands behind the commentary booth. This is where sort of Alex Riley and Kevin Owens get into the feud there. Basically last week, and now Alex Riley basically retires or quits as a commentary to get to Kevin Owens after remarks made by Kevin Owens, and now we get a nice rivalry out of that. A message from Sami Zayn airs. He is back from his tour in Abu Dhabi and says the landscape of NXT has changed in the last few weeks with the return of competitors such as Rhino and Brian Kendrick, along with new champions such as Owens. Zayn says he's the 13th year as a pro wrestler, but for the first time he feels as though he's not mentally prepared. He's walking through the streets of Montreal where his rivalry with Owens began, to get some perspective on it all. CJ Parker talks to William Regal, but Riley bursts in and starts yelling at the GM. He demands a match with Owens, but Regal says he'll need to sign a talent contract and won't get the match until Regal thinks he is ready. Riley says he'll start beating Parker next week. Solomon Crowe defeats Bull Dempsey. Sasha Banks retains her NXT Women's Championship against Charlotte in the main event when Ric Flair's daughter goes for natural selection, and Sasha rolls up her and puts her feet on the rope for leverage on the pin. Talking about the main sort of rivalry going out of this, which is of course Alex Riley Owens rivalry. It got personal, definitely, and you know the way Owens goes personal on basically everyone he fights against. This was one of those occasions. Alex Riley's back, and he's like 250 pound, 6'5" monster of a man, and I can see that picture there. He is built for the game. Anyway, let's go in and talk about this week. So I just gave you a bit of background on last week, and now we'll talk about the 11th of March 2015. Right. Okay. Our first match of the night on this show happened to be a tag team match. We saw, of course, Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy come out. A great tag team, probably my favourite tag team in the current landscape of Wesley and Blake, Buddy Murphy, as the tag team champions. They were in a number one contenders match against the Lucha Dragons here tonight, and it was great to start off. I love when the NXT shows, or any shows in any way, not in particular, but start off with tag team matches, because it just livens it all up. I mean, I talked about this for Fastlane review, how that started off with a good tag team match, and it really got things moving, and it showcased different superstars, and also I love the way Colin Cassidy and Enzo Amore have that little trash talk before the match or whatever. They do it very well, and they got really psyched up for this one, raged up, powered up, whatever you want to say. And yeah, so both tag teams, well, anyway, what can I say? Enzo Amore was basically thrown around by Colin Cassidy with some nice tag team moves there, and again, they were awesome in this match. I really enjoy them as a tag team. It looks so weird, like one of a very unique tag team, really, and that's not also the only reason why I love them, of course, mainly because they're just so great characters and soft. Anyway, they pull off the win here, and now they're in the contenders, and they wanted that spot, and of course they're gonna get it. Wesley and Blake. I'm not sure when that match will be, but you know, coming up soon, it's gonna be a pretty major match, and I predict that we'll see new NXT Tag Team Champions. Right, our next match was the second match, of course, and it was actually sorry, I was talking about the Ireland. Sorry. Anyway, I'll talk about where NXT will be. Right, our next match was a Divas match, Carmella versus Alexa Bliss, who recently returned after a nose injury. It was a good match. Alexa Bliss, she's kind of short, stout, and she definitely works in the ring. She's sort of a high flyer sort of move, but she does it pretty well, and she ended up winning this one and going on. She will be promoted. I mean, it was sort of obvious that she'd win after the promotion she got against, who was it? Sasha Banks next week, which I'll talk about at the end of the video. But I mean, she got the win, so I guess she came what she deserved, and it was sort of expected because she was going up against the champion Sasha Banks. I'm not sure if that's a championship match, but anyway. Alex Hardy gets basically a promo outside the ring and talks about how he's rage and everything that he's for. But really, yeah, I don't know, he doesn't come off the best. Quite heelish to me. He's going up against who is it? CJ Parker. And yeah, he actually ends up winning this one, of course. Yeah, so no fear, and he goes all for. He looks great, I have to say. A-Rai, but you know, in the ring, he's not too amazing. I forget what his finisher was, but he took out CJ Parker. I got one step closer. Okay. Let's talk about the next match, which is Hideo Itami versus Tyler Breeze. The main event of the night. Hideo Itami versus Tyler Breeze. This sort of rivalry has been culminating for a very long time, and finally it has reached a climax tonight. It all felt like the end of it, really, and it was kind of sad at the same time, but exciting to see who would win. It was very back and forth. My favourite match of the night, and it lasted by 10 minutes, so it was quite short and sweet as well. And we've seen this before, but it was just quite more exciting, I guess. That was like a culmination of a rivalry that we've seen. And yeah, the match was pretty good. Maybe not as good as the Takeover match, but you know, it was still quite like that. A lot of fast pace, but you can see they both kept up with it. We ended up seeing both look strong at the end, actually. And when Tyler Breeze went the beauty kick, it was sort of understandable that he lost, because you know, only one person's kicked out of that. And really, you can say Hideo Itami still looked quite strong after that match. So Tyler Breeze comes off with the win. From now, he really is on the straight path to anything he wants to do. I think he's a great heel, in my opinion, a great character. And I talk about him going up against someone sort of like him, maybe Solomon Crow. I mean, that could be a good rivalry to see, but there's a lot of things he could do, and maybe a face turn would be good for him as well. I'm not saying that he should do that, because I know, it's a thing that it really could go best for him or worse for him. Right, Kevin Owens basically coming out here and fancying himself again. He obviously is in the promo for against Finn Balor, which is I think 2 weeks from now. Not next NXT, but actually the week after. And it's going to be a very exciting match, in my opinion. I've heard rumors that Finn Balor will win. I don't really know anything much about that match. I mean, it's very exciting because I've really much supported Finn Balor through his whole journey in NXT. And I know that I've reviewed most of every NXT episode since he's joined. And yeah, so I pretty much know his evolution really so far, and that's what makes it more exciting. Of course, he's Irish, it being St. Patrick's Day today. I do St. Patrick's Day separate video, but really he has a chance of making a name for himself. If he's not already done it, this is probably a make or break situation. Not really a make or break situation actually, but you see him getting the NXT Championship. It's a great stepping stone to the main roster, and for Kevin Owens to drop it, I mean, it will look a bit weird. So, for that prediction, I'll talk about the next week more in detail. Probably be another promo or something, but really, both men look strong, and it's being built up pretty well because Finn Balor kind of been kept a little bit secret. I mean, he hasn't wrestled like 2 weeks ago or something, but Kevin Owens sort of out of ring as well, and I like that because it just builds up the anticipation to see them both wrestle together. It'll be like over amazing. And I don't know if it's going to be a pay-per-view or a single show. I think it's just an NXT regular, but really it's very, very exciting. We obviously got Sasha Banks and who else? Alexa Bliss next week. My predictions, of course, Sasha Banks winning that one. She's the, of course, NXT Women's Champion. I'm not sure of the other matches that'll be on the card, but anyway, thank you guys. That has been it for NXT 15th of March 2015. Sorry, not 15th of March. What am I saying? Whatever date it was, I can't remember. 11th of March, of course. And, oh yeah, I'll talk about one more thing, and it's, of course, the Arnold Sports Classic Festival thing, which is where NXT will be held next week. Basically, like, away for them. And this is probably the first time they've ever done it. They usually just have all their matches in here in NXT Florida, but it's gonna be really exciting because it's gonna be like a bigger festival thing and a live tape from the Arnold Classic, which is great. So it's it feels like an important show and probably get some really good matches on that. So I'm really excited to review that one. Thank you guys for watching this. I'm gonna end it right now. It's been a good one. See you next time. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, and all that, and enjoy and communicate with me and tell me what you want to see next, or if it was good or bad, or your opinions on NXT. See you next time.